Okay, round 2. We have the choice. Playing first. Keeping this one. Looking pretty good, despite not having the blue. We get to go Free Blade into Enshrouding Mist. Maritime Guard's not a card I love main decking, I gotta be honest, but it's fine. It's fine in this deck. Alright. We'll trade an Enshrouding Mist for a Timberpack Wolf. It's kind of like a he has to block sort of deal, too. Alright, so maybe draw a land next turn. We get to go Tactician. Wouldn't mind ripping a couple lands here. Another Timberpack Wolf. Maybe he should have taken it then. Alright, bit of a miss there. So I guess we hold back now. I would like to get into Free Blade when it's pumped. And I think he still blocks there. Uh-oh. Mr. Citadel Castellan. That card's good. Hopefully find a blue mana here. That would be nice. There we go. So now I can go Tactician Swing. Could have Might of the Masses. I'm not going to play around it. Looks like he does. Or he just chumps. No, that's a weird chump to me. I think he probably should have taken it, but I'd rather eat another Timberpack Wolf for breakfast. I'm okay with that. If we get Knightly Valor, we get to play it on a Tactician too, which is actually kind of nice. I mean, could play it on the Free Blade, I guess, but seems like a waste because of the Vigilance redundancy. All right, suppression bonds on the Tactician. So this would become a 4/5. Means Knightly Valor's not good enough. I think we take this though because I have the Disperse. I was thinking I could also disperse my Tactician. I think we just disperse a Castellan here. Yeah, seems right. We get in with Free Blade, and then we get to keep swinging with Free Blade, and he can't get in with Castellan again. So I think it is correct. I like the idea of getting my Tactician back in commission, but getting a 4/5 Vigilance off his board seems important to me. Okay, Recluse, so now we just need any land and we get to Valor up our Free Blade, which is pretty sexy. Alright, let's just go Knight. Guess we can swing into that first. Put the Fear of God in him. Not scared enough. Alright. Let's go Knight of the Pilgrim's Road and pass. All right. So, all right, got the second blue. So I can go Knightly Valor or I can go Claustrophobia. I kind of like Knightly Valor here. He can't even double. I think we put it on the knight too. Yeah. So I get to do it on the knight. And I think we swing with both still. I'll trade a renowned Freeblade for a Castellan. Actually, I think that's a fine trade for us, if he wants to do that. Yeah, I think it's actually a good trade for us. The main reason being we have a claustrophobia for the next threat, and he still is going to have to deal with this huge threat here. I mean, granted, our 3/3 renown's better than his 2/3, but just getting rid of a Citadel Castellan with a claustrophobia in hand makes me fairly comfortable. It does have vigilance. I think it's still a renowned Freeblade is a fair trade for an unrenowned Castellan, especially in a green-white deck that could be running Titanic Growth or Might of the Masses. Hanger Backwalker. Well, just going to snap Claustrophobia that little bad boy. Could also do the Sentinel, but let's just get rid of Hanger Backwalker now, I think. Not even give him a chance to block. Chumping, too. All right. Opponent's deck looks good. I think he's made a couple questionable blocks. Eva's Force Mage, all right. Looks like opponent is in some pretty serious trouble at this point. Making the trade now. All right, concessions. So we're playing against green-white beats. Did miss a land drop or two. Looks like 2 land drops at least. Timberpack Wolf multiples, so I've got to be conscious of that. Citadel Castellan, which is very good. Hitchclaw Recluse, Force Mage, just fine. And Hanger Backwalker is really good. So opponent's deck looks like no joke. He has Suppression Bond, so I can bring in the Ascetic. I actually don't mind that. Maritime Guard looks decent because it blocks Castellan, but I still think I'd rather have... I think it's the weakest creature in my deck, though. So I'd rather cut a guard for an Ascetic and have an out for Suppression Bonds, I think. Maybe he's running Grasp with a Hieromancer, too. You never know. I guess I'm glad I hated Naturalist if he was the one that would have ended up with it. But it's hard to tell. Yeah, I think everything else seems fine. I mean, technically I could cut a Screeching Scab for a Maritime Guard. But Scab trades with Timberpack Wolf and also feeds the Scab Goliath kind of well. I think we'll leave it the same for now. If I see more stuff that justifies Maritime Guard, I'll consider it. All right, this hand's not great, but we're going to keep it. We're on the draw. We don't have a play until turn 4, which could be an issue. But Void Mages are at least good against turn 3 Castellan. And Towergeist is a nice way to fight through the flood. All right. Hangerback Walker's not actually too intimidating with the Void Mage. And I guess against us, it's really not that devastating. I mean, I guess bouncing it, he just gets to replay it and do all that nonsense. But, ooh, Wardens has got to go. Sadly, I haven't drawn anything besides my initial 2 cards. So Wardens is going to be an issue for sure. Oof, Stratus Walk, huh? Not good enough. All right, so next turn we've got to bounce his Wardens. All right, we're in some trouble. We needed some better draws in our first 3 turns. So he gets to equip Wardens and pump. It's pretty dope for him. Pretty bad for us. All right, so it looks like we're forced into a little bit of a Void Mage play here, which I admit I don't love. But a 4/6 is going to be tough to beat. Oof, it was a rough draw. Syndicart's Royal. All right, we do have the Enlightened Ascetic, but Royal's pretty good actually, especially with the Sigil of Valor. Oof, ugly, ugly draws here. I mean, guess we got to take Knightly Valor, right? I can't really justify a Void Mage over it. Not when we're desperately hunting for value here. So I can swing into a Hangerback Walker now, I guess. I think I will. Like, he gets a couple tokens, which is good for his Sigil of Valor, but Hangerback just gets bigger and just spits out more. It's just one of those cards that's, like, pretty tough to beat. Any way you slice it. I mean, this trade's actually fine for us. Like I said, do I really want to deal with Hangerback when it's like a 5/5 and spits out 5 tokens? Like, granted, this gives him a good Sigil of Valor play, but we'll have a Knightly Valor at least and be able to swing in and get some dudes out there. Oh, he's going to get a couple tokens here, which is pretty awesome for him. So his Sigil of Valor is going to be a little bit tough to beat. I still really don't regret trading a Void Mage for a Hangerback Walker. I think that worked out better for me. I mean, granted, I'm going to take just a quadrillion damage here, but I don't know if I've got too many luxuries this game with the way we drew. All right, let's go Valor. And smash. Sentinel's not actually that bad. Yeah, I guess we go Sentinel. I'm not dead, am I? No, I don't think so. I mean, if we're dead to removal, I think, but... Or at least I have to chump to removal. Which seems like a tough road, a tough journey. But we'll see. Uh-oh. He's going to find his suppression bonds. That's a problem. I am forced to double block a Thopter, too. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think he's got us here. Wow. That was a tough game, but I don't think there was anything I could do. We didn't draw particularly well. I guess it's in my best interest to just jump. If he's just going to attack with one guy. I mean, I don't see the point of trading a Thopter. I don't really have another method of winning here. So, all right. Chump block. Ooh. It's actually not bad. Let's go Cleric first. Gain some life. Stratus Walk Knight. Regular's not bad either. So technically I could play our regulars. I mean, I guess we do, right? So I can tap 3 things with our regulars next turn. He's got bonds. So he's going to force a chump. Could draw the Enlightened Ascetic, I guess. I almost think it's to his benefit to suppression bonds this one, although I can't block with that one, so I guess that does make more sense. He must have lethal, right? He's got like a trillion dudes to my 3 blockers. I didn't even do the math, but it's got to be lethal. He's got way too many guys. I can't block all that. Way too many dudes. I can only block a Thopter with my Knight, too. We're so dead if he just swings with everything. We're, like, ridiculously dead. Omega overkill, for sure. All right. That was a tough one. So we brought in the Ascetic already. How good is Maritime Guard in this match? You know, actually, Maritime Guard's looking pretty decent. Blocks the Valoron Wardens, too. But I kind of like everything we've got. Like, I don't feel like cutting anything. And in my defense, we did draw badly. Did not draw well that game. Yeah, I think on the play, yeah, I guess we just keep it the same. I think we just need to draw better, and we're going to be able to do just fine. All right, game 3. Let's try this out here. Oof. A little bit ugly. Got how many creatures in my deck? 17? I guess we'll keep. I don't love this hand, but I mean, we can deal with stuff reasonably well. Claustrophobia is not the best answer for Valor on Wardens, but I guess I'm just hopeful I don't draw a bunch of lands. Okay. Tower Geist seems pretty acceptable. Ooh, Chief of the Foundry. It's pretty good, actually. Alright, so anything but a land at this point. Ascetic breaks Suppression Bond and Zendikar's Royal. Would I rather have a Stalwart Haven, though? I guess so. That's tough. That was an actual tough choice. I mean, if he had a creature play, should he not have done it pre-combat? Uh-oh. Aerial Volley. That's a problem. The old sideboard play came up for him. Ooh, regular is pretty sick. So, trying to dodge Wild Instincts. I'm hoping because we didn't see it in games 1 or 2 that he doesn't have it. I could have slow played it and next turn kept up Disperse, but Kithian's Regulars tends to take the game over. Not too big of a deal, actually. I mean, I guess it's kind of a big deal. Maybe it's a bigger deal than I'm giving it credit for. Because I can't really... The problem is I can't... Oh, I can just disperse my irregular. What am I talking about? Alright. Let's disperse irregular and replay it. What? Don't see Oromancer and suddenly he's got it? That's a bummer. Yeah, kind of a bummer of a situation here. I don't like it. Bad draw, too. Jeez. Looking ugly, folks. I don't like it. Now I wish I had Enlightened Aesthetic, but how was I to know? How was I to know? I mean, we do have some pretty absurd draws now, and we can play everything in our deck. Scab Goliath, Gideon's Phalanx, both of which are just going to be absolutely nasty. Problem is he gets to equip an attack, which is a pretty serious problem. Oh, he forgot to equip too. Jeez. Void Mage is nice. Wait a second. We're getting our regulars back again. Thank God I have 8 mana at my disposal, right? Jesus. Got to get that renown action on. All right. I've dodged the same suppression bonds twice. Let's just hope my opponent doesn't have that nasty little Wild Instincts play. Otherwise, this irregular is really going to do some work for us, which we really kind of want it to. It's a nice way to stop the old Sigil of Valor play as well. Recluse, no biggie. No big deal at all. All right, taking some damage here. Void Mage number 2, it's pretty nice. All right, I think that we tap down both of his guys because I just don't want to deal with combat tricks. And we can get renowned and a little more aggressive here. Let me think about this, actually. I don't want to just get myself killed to a Titanic Growth. I guess I don't run that risk. If he has double pump, I die, but that doesn't seem worth playing around, does it? How important is getting in 8 damage? It's pretty important. I guess I can play it pretty safe here, though. Alright, let's play it safe. I'll just get in for 6. I mean, the reason to play it safe is Kithian Irregular just takes the game over. Like, extremely hard. So, let's just Void Mage now his equip dude. And now we have 2 blockers for his 2 guys. And Claustrophobia follow-up. And the hanger back. So if I draw a white man, I can claustrophobia plus tap 3 things, which is just absurd. Okay. Now I can just kill him, so we'll take our 5. Seems like a dangerous play for him, to be honest. I think this was Kithian Irregular Game Theft. Yeah, Kithian Irregular is not the most fair card in the world. 2 white to tap something is just pretty absurd. I was lucky I found all the bounces. He had the Auramancer to bring back the Suppression Bond after my sick Disperse play. That one was in my opener, right? I'm pretty sure Claustrophobia was. I'm trying to think of my opening hand wasn't it 5-lander? I believe it was a 5-lander, as a matter of fact. I think it was a Disperse and a Claustrophobia and 5 lands. All right. See you in the finals.